Memories often feel like they have a physical weight, a measurable size. Some moments from our past loom large, almost cinematic in their detail and emotional resonance, while countless others fade into an indistinct blur, barely accessible, if at all. This isn't just about importance, it's about a fundamental neurological process that prioritizes certain experiences, encoding them with a depth and vividness that others simply don't receive. Think of your first day of school or a significant birthday. These aren't just recalled, they are re-experienced, almost as if a high-definition projector is running in your mind, complete with sounds, smells, and even the texture of the air. Why does the brain dedicate so much storage space and processing power to these particular events? It's not a conscious choice, but a complex interplay of brain regions working in concert, deciding which moments are worth elevating to legendary status within our personal narratives. This phenomenon challenges the idea of memory as a simple recording device. If it were, every moment would be equally available, albeit with varying levels of decay. Instead, memory is an active construction, a dynamic process of selection, amplification, and often subtle fabrication. The bigness of a memory isn't an inherent quality of the event itself, but rather an outcome of how our brains process and prioritize information that is deemed significant for survival, social connection, or self-identity. It's a selective spotlight, not a floodlight, illuminating only what it considers truly noteworthy. One of the most powerful drivers of memory bigness is emotion. The amygdala, a small almond-shaped structure deep within the brain's temporal lobe, plays a crucial role here. It acts as an emotional alarm system, tagging experiences with a strong emotional charge, whether positive or negative. When an event triggers intense fear, joy, surprise, or anger, the amygdala essentially flags that experience as important to the rest of the brain. This flag signals the hippocampus, the brain's primary memory formation center, to pay extra attention. The result is a memory encoded with richer detail and greater resilience to decay. Consider a near-miss accident or the moment you received life-changing news. The emotional intensity of these events isn't just felt, it's chemically ingrained. Neurotransmitters like adrenaline and cortisol, released during heightened emotional states, act as natural memory enhancers. They essentially superglue the details of the event into your long-term memory. This isn't always accurate recall. Sometimes emotional memories can be distorted, but their vividness and sense of importance remain. The amygdala's involvement explains why traumatic memories can be so stubbornly persistent, and why moments of profound happiness feel so incredibly vibrant years later. It's the brain's way of ensuring that critically important, emotionally charged lessons are not forgotten, helping us adapt and survive. While emotion provides the why for memory bigness, the hippocampus provides the how and where. This seahorse-shaped structure is central to forming new declarative memories, facts, and events. It doesn't just record the event itself, but also its context, where it happened, when, and who was involved. The richer the context, and the more novel or unique that context is, the more strongly the memory is encoded. If an event occurs in a completely new environment with unfamiliar people, or during an unexpected sequence of events, the hippocampus works overtime. It's essentially creating a detailed mental map, integrating sensory information from various parts of the brain into a cohesive narrative. Think of travel. Visiting a new city or country often results in a flood of vivid memories, not just because of the novelty, but because the hippocampus is actively building entirely new contextual frameworks. Everyday routines, on the other hand, offer less unique contextual information and thus tend to blend into a generic day. This isn't to say routine memories are unimportant. They're just less big because they lack the distinct contextual anchors that make novel experiences stand out. The hippocampus is constantly evaluating the informational richness of incoming data, deciding whether it warrants a special label and a dedicated storage location, or if it can be filed under more of the same. It's like an archivist who gives a prominent, unique folder to a groundbreaking discovery, but shoves routine paperwork into an MISC file. Memory isn't a one-time recording. It's a dynamic process that involves rehearsal, retrieval, and reconsolidation. Every time we recall a memory, we're not just playing it back, we're actively rebuilding it. This act of retrieval strengthens the neural pathways associated with that memory. The more frequently a memory is accessed and re-examined, the more robust and bigger it becomes. This is why studying for an exam by repeatedly testing yourself is more effective than just passively reading notes. The act of retrieval itself is a powerful form of memory consolidation. However, this process also comes with a catch: reconsolidation. When a memory is retrieved, it temporarily becomes liable or unstable, much like wet cement. During this vulnerable state, it can be modified, updated, or even subtly altered before it's restored. This means that with each recall, a memory can shift, integrating new information or perspective. This explains why eyewitness testimonies can be notoriously unreliable, or why our own memories of past events can sometimes differ from those of others who experience the same thing. The bigness of a memory, therefore, can also be a product of its repeated retelling, its narrative refinement. It's a story we keep editing and republishing in our minds, with each new edition potentially becoming more polished, more central to our self-identity, and thus bigger. This constant recreation is a testament to the brain's adaptability, allowing us to integrate new learning and perspectives, but also highlighting the subjective, fluid nature of our personal histories. Perhaps the most significant factor in making memories bigger is their connection to our sense of self. Memories that are self-referential, those that directly involve us, our goals, our values, or identity, tend to be encoded with far greater strength and detail. This is known as the self-reference effect. When information is related to oneself, it undergoes deeper processing because it's intrinsically linked to our ongoing narrative and understanding of who we are. Think about recalling a conversation about your favorite hobby versus a random fact about a historical figure you have no connection to. The former will likely be far more vivid. Our brains are fundamentally self-obsessed, and for good reason. Understanding and remembering our own experiences, successes, failures, and relationships is crucial for building a coherent identity and navigating the social world. Memories that shape our self-perception, that define turning points, or that confirm our beliefs about ourselves are naturally elevated. These aren't just isolated events, they become woven into the fabric of our personal mythology, forming the bedrock of our sense of continuity and purpose. A memory of overcoming a challenge or a moment of profound personal insight isn't just a stored event, it's a testament to our character, a chapter in our life's epic. This intrinsic link to identity means these memories aren't just recalled, but often deeply cherished, providing a sense of meaning and anchoring our journey through time. They are the monuments in our mental landscape, built not just from the raw material of experience, but from the profound meaning we assign to them in relation to ourselves.